So you're wondering how to get the battery in and out of your Lincoln MKC. This is a 2016 MKC, and the battery just decided to go bad overnight. So I thought, oh, no big deal, I'll just change it. So it's apart obviously right now, and we're going to do this backwards. Then you can just put that order in the other direction when you go to take the battery out. So the battery case sits way back there, half underneath the cowl, and essentially what you do is you have the air box that sits here with the filter in it. That has to come out. To take that out, it sits in rubber grommet mounts. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one over down in there. You can't see it barely, but it's down in there. They pull out hard. So I recommend take the cover off, take the filter out, and you need to take this flap loose because those two tubes go with the box, the battery box. This one, you need to take the clamp loose. There's a screw, well, mine's down in there, you can see it. And on the battery box, the plastic part that this goes onto has a sensor. You have to unplug that sensor and take the small little rubber grommet out, and so that stays with the car. Then you heft on that thing and pull the plastic out of the grommets, and you kind of have to work it up this way, kind of like this, and it will come out. Then the front of the case of the battery just lifts up about 1/4 inch, and then it unclips from the front, and you just put that down out of the way, and that's how you get the battery out. That's after you have disconnected the cables and so forth. This cable goes here, so you can get that all out. In retrospect, I did not need to do that. That can stay connected. But you do have to take obviously the back cable off, and then you just pull it up here, get it out of the way, so that you can then get the battery out. And once you get the front door loose, then you just lift the front of the battery up over the little lip here, and grab the battery as best you can and take it out. And then obviously reversing it, you just do it the other way around. Do not hook the cables up until you have the air box back in and you have this connector connected back to its sensor, so that nothing is being connected while there's a battery in the vehicle connected. So that's really pretty much it. It looks intimidating at first, but it's really not. You just have to know what to do. And I did not find anything on YouTube, surprisingly, that tells you how to do this. And so hopefully you'll see this when you need it and be able to change your own battery. Took me about 20 minutes probably to take it apart to the point I got the battery out, and that was having to figure everything out along the way. Now that I know how to do it, it'd probably take me 10 minutes or less to actually take the battery out, and then put the other one back in, another 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, to connect everything back in, although that should go faster, and then I'm done. So yes, you can do it yourself. Here's the air box, just to give you a look at it. Filter goes in there, top goes on, and you've got the 3 connections over here. You've got these 2 tubes that come out here to the front where you lift that little rubber flap. And then this connection is the air intake to the engine, which is that. And you sort of have to get all that in there at the same time when you put it back in, just like it sort of all comes out at the same time when you take the air box out. So here it is, all back in. It took me about 10 minutes to put it all back together. So just an overview, this is what yours ought to look like. You got the battery sitting back in there with the negative clamp way under the cowl. You take that off first. You got this little thing, that rubber thing that sticks over the bolt that sticks up. You just have to pull that off. That holds the wire in place. You take the positive clamp loose. Then you take the air box out. There's 3 screws. There's 1, 2, and 3 down in there. And that takes the top off. You pull the filter out. You take the clamp loose on this tube right here that goes to the engine. These 2 tubes, they actually pull out. You can actually pull them, unhook them from the air box if that makes it easier. And then once you get those 3 off, then the air box give a nice hefty pull, and it should come out of the 3